Hi, my name is Jake, and this is Jungle Scout's 2022 State of the Amazon Seller Report. We surveyed 3,500 sellers in over 100 countries to understand the state of their Amazon business, including their profits, pain points, and plans for this year. Packed with stats, trends, and insights from sellers in all 20 Amazon marketplaces. This report explores the strategies of the brands, entrepreneurs, businesses, and agencies that drive a major portion of Amazon's $470 billion revenue. You can download this full report, complete with all the key findings, right here in the video description. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the landscape of Amazon's profitability, how sellers are overcoming their toughest challenges, and how they're diversifying their selling strategy in 2022. So, let's dive in. Despite serious disruptions in the global supply chain, many brands performed remarkably well last year. The majority said their profits either increased or stayed the same compared to 2020, indicating that most were able to mitigate the issues caused by the pandemic. One factor that helped many brands turn a profit was maximizing their exposure over the holidays. Just like the previous year, Black Friday clocked in as the top-selling holiday last year. This was followed by Cyber Monday and Amazon Prime Day. Now, for those who've gotten in early, Walmart sellers experienced a completely different story. In fact, the majority say their Walmart business actually performed better on Amazon's Prime Day than it did on Walmart's own Deals for Day sale. So, if you're one of those early adopters, something to keep in mind when planning this year's advertising strategy. But even now, as consumers return back to shopping in physical retail stores, over 3/4 of Amazon sellers are profitable this year. This is a 12% increase from last year. But exactly how profitable are they, you ask? We found that more than half of sellers earn profit margins higher than 10%, and nearly 1/3 earn above 20%. Again, when you compare this data to the previous year, profit margins are up quite a bit. Those are some pretty good numbers for what many people considered to be a uniquely challenging year. While running an Amazon business has never been without challenges, due to supply chain issues, last year, 3/4 of brands experienced some form of disruption. Nearly half said they dealt with delayed inventory orders, stockouts, and some even found themselves unable to order any new inventory at all last year. This is a 34% yearly increase in the amount of brands experiencing issues importing products. But to help prevent and combat these issues, many took the following strategies. Most said they launched new products, reduced advertising bids, and a ton of brands even pivoted to FBM. In fact, over the past year, the number of brands using FBM only increased by 57%. With Amazon imposing strict inventory limits during high demand periods, it makes a ton of sense why more brands are removing their FBA inventory. Outside of supply chain issues, brands are still facing the same basic operational challenges. Last year, most said their toughest challenges were getting more product reviews, finding good products to sell, and managing their advertising strategy. This is good to know, especially because more than half of the brands we asked said they would consider working with an agency to manage their business. With best-in-class e-commerce automation and insights, Downstream allows more agencies to prove their impact by helping quickly scale their clients' growth, improve their most important KPIs, and optimize their operational efficiency on both Amazon and Walmart. Click the link in the description to learn more. By offloading some of the top tasks supported by agencies, sellers are rapidly expanding their brands to new heights, and more than ever, they're competing to win the attention of the world's largest aggregators. When we asked sellers why they launched their Amazon business, 1 in 5 told us they plan to sell it for a profit. If you're an aggregator, this is music to your ears. Except, with more brands reaching out to sell their business, it's becoming harder to identify which ones have the highest potential for revenue and long-term growth. But this is where Cobalt thrives. By leveraging up to 2 years of market share data for every category, brand, and product on Amazon, Cobalt empowers investors to mitigate risk and acquire market-leading businesses, rather than solely relying on financial statements. Leveraging market insights and share of voice data lets you see exactly how brands stack up against their competitors and how the overall market has changed over time. To request a free demo, use a link down in the description. Another challenge brands face is dealing with the rising cost of running an Amazon business, citing increasing costs for goods, shipping and fulfillment, and advertising as major causes of concern. But as e-commerce continues to evolve, we're seeing more Amazon brands diversifying their omnichannel strategies. Currently, more than half of Amazon brands also list their products on at least one additional platform, including Walmart. Now in 2022, over 30% said they plan on expanding into Walmart. That leads both Shopify and eBay as the top platform sellers are looking to join this year. So even though Amazon attracts around 5 times more online shoppers than Walmart, many brands and agencies are creating omnichannel strategies that leverage Walmart's lower advertising cost and competition. Nearly a third list their products in multiple marketplaces. Behind the US, this is where most brands are doing business. But when we asked where else they're looking to expand this year, the majority said the European Union, Canada, the UK, the US, and Mexico. Regarding the share of US imports, it's no surprise that China continues to be the leading source of all imported goods. Although with the pandemic putting a strain on the global supply chain, brands are increasingly looking elsewhere for their inventory needs. Over 1/3 are actually sourcing products from right here in the US, a stat that has increased 62% from the previous year. That's pretty cool. With increases in overseas shipping prices and more countries bolstering their manufacturing capabilities, you may want to consider diversifying your sourcing to protect yourself from shipping disruptions, tariffs, or other future challenges. But competing on Amazon isn't just about sourcing high-quality products. Brands also have to get in front of new potential customers. Right now, these are the most popular marketing investments. With more than half of consumers starting their online search for products on Amazon, the majority of brands use the following pay-per-click options. We found that sponsored brands and display ads are being used over 50% more than they have in previous years. Increasingly, omnichannel marketing strategies are rapidly becoming larger portions of brands' advertising budgets. While still predominantly investing in Facebook and Instagram, we've clocked in some real serious ad spend increases on sites like Pinterest, YouTube, and TikTok. Outside of social, Google ads are up almost 200% from the previous year. Nearly a quarter of brands promote their Amazon listings on the world's largest search engine. Continuing on this trend, 32% told us they plan on spending even more advertising dollars this year than they did in the previous year. This now begs the question, what other strategies are brands employing this year to grow their e-commerce business? Almost every seller we asked said they plan to expand their business in one of 12 ways. Most will focus on launching new products, both within their existing brand lines and even some outside of them. Right now, these are the top categories to launch new products in. Year after year, home and kitchen products have been the most commonly sold. Except this year, this category decreased by 17%. Also on the decline is sports and outdoors. But trending the other way is beauty and personal care products. They win the award for most improved category. In this full report, you'll find other insights and data you need to gauge what competitors are experiencing. It includes thousands of Amazon stats, sales trends, and strategies you don't want to miss. Now go ahead and grab your own copy by downloading this free report with the link in the description.